Leo tunazungumza mambo na criminology. Kuna watu ambao wanafika university, Madam Joyce.
Yes.
Wako hapa university. Wamesikia kule kijijini wameitiwa criminology.
Wamefika.
Wanagojea hapa wakuje wapewe mabuduki pale gate C.
Wafanye kazi.
Na wapewe pingu, waanze kusoma.
Waanze kazi. Basi wawe wapole. They should just be calm kidogo and patient.
Ndio.
Wasome kwanza. Kitambo wapatiwe bunduki. Kama watapatiwa.
Unajua Madam Joyce,
tutaangalia kama watapatiwa.
Mimi nikiwa kule kijijini wakati wangu wa kwanza kusikia criminology, mimi nilikuwa nafikiria either utakuwa wewe unaingia kwa polisi direct, ama mambo kama wewe kushika watu hivi, ndio, ama uende gerezani ukafanye kazi kule. Lakini wakati nilifika huku, I was disappointed.
Why were you disappointed? Because you were in a hurry.
Nilipata watu wanaingia class na vitabu kama sisi. You know, I thought watakuwa na uniform, mambo kama haya.
Lazima wasome.
So Madam Joyce,
lazima.
Hii criminology
and security studies.
Ni nini hasa?
Now, criminology and security studies is under an area called security studies.
Ndio.
And it is not the only course. We have criminology and security studies. We have other related courses there, like international relations and security studies is related to criminology. We have also disaster management. We have penology. We have correction and administration. We have peace and conflict transformation. We have justice and security studies. We have peace studies and conflict resolution. We have security studies and criminology, disaster management, conflict resolution. Kuna so many courses. Justice and peace, emergency management studies, disaster management and peace studies. So those are some of the courses that are under security studies. So criminology is one of them. Under security studies. That it is one of them under security studies. Now, criminology and security studies, or security studies in itself, it entails analyzing illegal human behaviors. It entails analyzing crime prevention methods, preventing crime. It also promotes safety of the citizens, like from local crime, from terror attacks, from intercommunity conflicts and so on. Those are some of the things that people of criminology and security studies do, or people of security studies do. So it is actually involved in, as you have said, it is involved in managing, it is involved in prosecution of crime by investigating the crime itself, and then managing prisoners, also managing disaster, resolving conflicts. That is the area of criminology and security studies. Now, if you want to become a policeman and carry a gun, as you're saying, or you want to become a forces and carry a gun, you will do criminology and security studies, but you will also join the forces as required. You'll join the forces as required. You'll go there for interview, their own interview, nazijua ni zile za kukimbia, za kufanya all that, kupimwa height, kupimwa weight, kuangaliwa kama uko na any, something that they don't really encourage. So you may do criminology and security studies, graduate from it, and still go to forces, and you'll become a better person, or you'll become a better, you'll progress better in your career when you have done that than if you don't have criminology and security studies. So in itself, it may not give you bunduki. In itself, you may not become a policeman, but you can join the forces, and you'll also become a better force, or a better security person, or a better personnel, than if you did not have criminology and security studies.
Now, Madam Joyce Mghoi.
Yes.
Mimi niko pale, unajua leo ni holiday, kwa hivyo wanafunzi wanakusikiza. Kuna mwanafunzi pale yuko form 4 ama form 3 ama high school, na angetaka kuingia university aweze kusoma mambo na criminology and security studies. Ni subject gani anafaa kuangazia kama anafanya, na kama hayuko wajue basi I'll change my taste.
Subjects ambazo zinahitajika ili mtu aweze kufanya criminology and security studies. One of them is English / Kiswahili. Either English, uwe umepita vizuri English, na kupita vizuri we mean C+ and above. English and Kiswahili. You also need to have done very well in group 2 subjects, and especially maths. So you need to do very well there. Then best also in group 3, one subject in group 3, best in group 2 or group 3 or group 4 or group 5. So you need English or Kiswahili, you need maths, you need the best subject in group 2, you need the best subject in group 3, and any other. So you need 4 subjects there. So if you have that, you can be able to do criminology and security studies.
Kwa hivyo wanafunzi ni vyema mjue kwamba university lazima uko unazungumza. That is why you are required English and Kiswahili. Na unajua Madam Joyce, kuna kitu ambacho maybe nyinyi ambao mnafunza wanafunzi kuhusiana na career studies mnafaa muangazie sana. Kila mahali ukienda maths.
Yes.
Criminology mimi siko nafikiria.
Utahesabu aje pesa kama ujui maths? So actually maths is quite key in the maths is quite key. It's quite key. So students need to really remove this negative attitude towards maths. I want to say this. There is nobody who was born knowing. Even that student that is very good in maths is just that he developed a positive attitude, developed an interest in maths, and was able to perform well in maths. If we all can develop a positive attitude and purpose to pass this maths, Chacha, James, I am telling you, we can be able to perform very well. So the students should be able to have a positive attitude towards maths because most of the courses require maths.
Lazima ukuwe na hesabu ili uingie kwenye criminology pale na security studies pale.
Although this one for criminology and security studies it is paired. It is paired that you can have maths or you can have any best in group 2. So if your best is in chemistry, they will still take you without maths. If your best is in physics, they will still take you without maths. If your best is in biology, they will still take you without maths. So it shouldn't really attends them so much because it is paired. Yes.
Okay, kuna requirements ambazo unahitajika kama umegraduate. Unajua after kwenda university utasoma then ugraduate. Kuna zile requirements ambazo utaulizwa pale unapoenda kuomba kazi before we tackle on the job areas. Mahali ambapo unaweza fanya kazi. Ni kama gani?
Okay, we normally say that someone who is able to do criminology and security studies must have some skills, very key skills, or must be some kind of a student that can be able to do this job. One of them is someone who is self-motivated. You must be self-motivated to do this particular course. You must be trustworthy. Now your trust is key because if you are taking care of people, if you are taking care of people's property, if you are taking, if you are investigating a case, we need someone who is trustworthy. We need someone who can be able to tell it as it is, not adding anything. So we need someone who is trustworthy. We need someone of team spirit. You will agree with me, James, that there is no way you can investigate a case if you are someone who does not talk to people. You cannot investigate a case. So you need someone of team spirit, working together with the others. We need someone of effective communication skills. And that's why you have said they need to be able to communicate.
Lazima utumie Kiingereza na Kiswahili.
Kiingereza ama Kiswahili. So effective communication skill is very, very key. We need someone of who has an eye to detail. You know, someone who can look at you and even analyze you a bit, you know, tell you, this is how I can see from you, Someone who has an eye for details, someone who has analytic skills, who can be able to analyze situation, someone who has problem-solving skills, someone who has high alertness, someone who is able to be alert, even when there is a crowd, even when there is a group of people, they can be able to pick things that are not normal around there. So those are some of the key skills that these students need to have.
Lazima ukuwe na hizo. Lazima ukuwe team spirit pale, effective communication skills. Although effective communication skills nimeona inaenda kwa kila course.
Almost all courses you need to have effective communication skills.
Ndio. Na kuna mtu hapa ananiuliza, ameitwa Kiro, ndio maana nimesema kidogo pale.
Ameitwa?
Anaitwa Kiro Hilary. Ameniuliza kama lazima ukuwe smart. Kimavazi ukiwa unasoma criminology.
Actually, almost all the courses we require students to be smart. There are those that need probably official dressing, and there are those that may not need official dressing. So yes, smartness is key. Smartness is key because image is everything. Remember when we talked about personal branding? And there is that video there. They can watch it. Personal branding. How are you branding yourself? If people look at you, what are they seeing? So yes, it is important for someone to be smart.
Ndio.
Yes.
Criminology lazima uwe
not necessarily with new clothes.
Yeah.
But smart. Yes.
Decent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kuna mambo mengine tulikuwa tunazunguzia pale, job areas.
Yes.
Kama umegraduate na criminology na umepita vizuri sana na security studies, unaweza fanya kazi wapi apart from kuwa polisi hapa?
Okay, actually it's unfortunate because this area of criminology and security studies, there are a number of people that are saying that it doesn't have jobs. What I want to say is that there are many causes currently. Yeah. If you complete, you may not get a job immediately. You may have to search for a job for a long time for you to be able to get a job. Many causes. They don't really have ready job. But there are areas where these people can be able to work. There are very many areas these people can be able to work. One of them, they can be able to work as a disaster manager because we have said that this is an area of security studies. So they can be able to work as disaster managers. They can be able to work as forensic experts, because of this is investigation now. They can be able to work as detectives.
Yes.
They can be able to work as detectives. They can be able to work as arbitrators. Arbitrators, these people that reconcile people who are in conflict. They can be able to work as mediators. And currently, of course, we know there are mediators almost in every quarter. There are mediators. When people come with cases there that are not criminal in nature, they are given to mediators to be able to reconcile them. So they can work as mediators. They can work as intelligence officers. They can work as crime investigators. And crime investigators, we have even private investigators and we have government investigators. You can work as a trainer. A trainer now is in the academic area. If you excel, you become a lecturer and you become a professor. By the way, we have very few professors. So those people who are ready to go through with this criminology and security studies and perform very well, masters, they go to masters, they go to PhD, and they become professors. This is a very good area for them. So they can also be able to work there. They can also be able to work in as court clerks, or in the registry department. They can be able to work there. They can be able to work as police officers, the way we have said now. But they will need to be admitted into the police training through the right channel, using their own recruitment process that they have. You can also work as a loss control officer. You can work as a social probation officer. You see, there are very many areas. Social probation officers. You can work as security service officer. You can also work as an administrator. You can work. There is a gentleman that by the way, I've done 2 videos. Let me just mention this. I've done 3 videos of criminology and security studies in Touch of Grace KE. YouTube. And there are 2 gentlemen that have given their story in 2 of my videos there. One of them is about IPOA. Another one is about being a lecturer. Another one is about being a DO, a DO. A district officer. So during that time when we had that event of criminology and security studies students, we invited people. And people came from IPOA. People came from the DOs also came. There are a number of people that came. Now, there is a gentleman that went through the university here and did criminology and security studies, and is currently a DO. So people of criminology and security studies can also become DOs and graduate, and graduate into grow into greater heights. Usiseme kazi hakuna. Na usikae nyumbani ukiona hakuna kazi. Now, there is something that the students also need to apply for these jobs. When the government advertises for these jobs, you need to apply, even with your criminology and security studies. I also know of a gentleman that is working in the bank, actually Family Bank, who has done criminology and security studies. So there are areas that people can be able to work. There are areas that people can be able to work. Those are some of them, and probably many others that probably we are not aware of. But jobs are there. Let us not sit at home. Let us just not stay at home. Now, there is this mentality that if you have done criminology and security studies, you work as a security guard.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say this. People look down upon security guards because of the payment may not be very good. And I want to say this. The payment is not good because most of the security companies look for people who have not gone to school properly. Now, if they start employing people who have gone to school properly, the pay will rise. The pay will rise. Number two, the struggles we have with, I hope they are not hearing me. The struggles we have with security guards when they are following the command to the latter. Even to an extent of not being able to reason with you when you are telling them, no, this is what I'm doing, this is what I need, this is what I need from you. They just say no, because of the intelligence level may not be very, very high. The intelligence level may not be very, very high. I'm not looking down upon them. But what if we had people that have really been educated properly, they have the intelligence, they have even the intelligence to see this person, whatever they are saying is genuine, whatever this one is saying is not genuine. So let's not look down upon that particular area. One time, security guards will be people who are schooled properly with a degree. They will be the ones that are standing there. Because there is no way you can have a great institution which has very good, valuable things inside, and then you give it to someone who is not properly educated.
Kwa sababu kitambo tulikuwa tunasema kwamba in case you drop out from school, wewe unaingia tu watchman.
Chacha, there will come a time when that watchman will be someone with a degree. There will come a time when that security guard will be someone with a degree. And that will be good security that will be investing in. Let people go to school. Let people learn. Let people learn so that they can be able to become experts in their area of operation. In the area of operation, we will not have the struggles that sometimes we have with security guards. I'm telling you, it's sometimes you explain yourself. You really have to explain yourself so much. And that is another thing. That is another thing. So they cannot be able to communicate. Another thing, they some of the security guards don't keep the face of the institution. If you are harassed and you are a big person and you are harassed by a security officer, sometimes it happens. It happens by the way, because they don't know this person. This person has just walked in, they have roughed him up, they have shoved him off, and maybe he's a VVIP in an event, So really, this area, one time, it will be an area which is good and which educated people will be the ones that will be doing, and they will not be paid meager salaries. They will be paid very good salaries. Now, currently, I am currently, what I want to point out to security studies students is that they can be employed in these security companies, but as supervisors. Most of them get employed as supervisors. Now, to supervise these others. So this is also an area. We have the G4S. We have so many. We have PELT. We have so many security companies that are employing. And the students can also be supervisors in these areas.
Na msikilizaji, tunapunga hewa kidogo, alafu tukirejea pale atakuwa anatuambia, unajua sisi tunasoma ili tupate kazi. Kwa hivyo tukipata kazi tutakuwa tunalipo average ya mshahara kiasi gani? Tunazama kidogo.
Mnasoma mpate kazi?
Ndio.
All right.
Madam Joyce Mghoi, tulikuwa tumezungumza kwamba huwezi soma kama hujui
ujui
mshahara wako itakuwa inakaaje.
By the way, James, we are changing that narrative. We want to change that narrative, and let me talk about it. We want to change the narrative that has been passed on from generation to generation, from colonial time up to now. We are still having it, and we are trying to remove that mentality. The mentality that if you go to college and you come out from the college, you must be employed by somebody. You must become an employee direct. That narrative we are trying to change. And we are trying to change by bringing in, currently, even in most institutions, we are teaching students entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, so that whatever course that you are doing, can you think of something you can be able to do other than being employed? Can you become an entrepreneur in that particular course? Because education is supposed to solve people's problems. It's supposed to solve problems in the society. That's what education is supposed to do. So as we are going to school, we need to identify what problems there are in the society, so that when we leave school, we go and solve them. As opposed to the mentality that was passed by our parents and so on, right from generation to generation. Go to school, then come out from school, get a good employment, ajiriwa na serikali ama ajiriwa, you know, get employed and then get a good salary. Now we are saying we need to think out of the box. We need to do innovation. We need to do startups. We need to do entrepreneurship so that in whatever cause we are doing, we can think of something to do. So what I can say is that, yes, you may be employed, and the salary normally ranges 30 for a fresh graduate. It's normally 35,000. Around there, 35,000, 40,000, it's around there, 35,000, 30, it's around there as a fresh graduate. But of course, different companies pay differently. There are some companies that will pay higher, there are others that may not pay as high. But what I'm saying is that you can even be able to take as low. One of the videos that I'm telling you of criminology and security studies, the guy said his first salary was 4,200 and something. That's what he started with per month as a graduate. And he took it. And he took it, he continued with it. And finally, he got promoted, he got other avenues and other opportunities. And now he's comfortable wherever he is
and I think
working.
Hiyo shida yenye tuko nayo sisi wenye tuna graduate. Unataka kukuja, ukue employed na upate salary ya mtu mwenye ameishi kufanya kazi yako. Sasa siwezi kubali kuanzia na 4,200. Na tulikuwa tunasoma na mtu mwingine ana 10,000.
That is a problem where we also compare ourselves with other people. We don't realize all of us have our own, you know, all of us are blessed differently, and we get opportunities differently. Someone may get a good opportunity, others may start from a lower opportunity, and all of them, we need to embrace them. So we shouldn't compare ourselves, number one. Number two, we should not refuse to take up jobs even when they are low paying. We should take them. Number three, we should also be people who are able to volunteer. You know, volunteering is completely free. So we should also be able to volunteer. So salaries range from one organization to another. They range. Let us start from a lower level, and then we move to an upper level. And then let us think out of the box. Let us think out of the box. Don't keep on thinking that someone needs to employ you. You can also become an employer yourself. You can think of something that you can be able to do and become an employer yourself.
Open your mind.
Open your mind. Open your mind and think. Another thing I wanted to say, James, all these causes that we do, they don't also limit us to get a job in areas that may not be directly that. They don't limit us. That's why I'm telling you, someone who has done criminology and security studies is working in the bank, not as a security officer, maybe as a teller. So long as he passed maths in Form 4 as a teller, he's working there as a teller. So let's not close our minds also totally that we are only focusing on one area and channeling our energy in just one area. We think out of the box, and we know that this education and these courses that we do here can just basically serve as a basis to something greater and not directly related to probably what we study.
Kwa hivyo msikilizaji, elimu ni ya kukufungua akili, uweze kuona ulimwengu na uweze kujua kwamba unaweza fanya kazi mahali popote iwapo tu utakuwa mtu ambaye pia wewe ni unakuwa motivated pale. Madam Joyce Mghoi, umegraduate kama degree pale ama masters pale security criminology pale studies, na utakuwa unafanya nini kila siku?
Every day ukiamka asubuhi unafanya nini? Okay, ukiwa umefanya criminology and security studies or ukiwa umefanya security studies, when you wake up every day, you will be managing and investigating security threats. Managing and investigating security threats. That's what you'll be doing. You'll be collecting, you'll be analyzing, you'll be assessing security intelligence. That's what you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis, collecting, analyzing, assessing security threats. You will also be collecting and preserving evidence. You know, you collect evidence, you preserve evidence, you conduct interviews, you interrogate. No, those are the day-to-day activities of someone who has done criminology and security studies. Managing emergency situations. If there is an emergency, then you need to manage it. You prepare and report, or you prepare a report and you report to whoever you are supposed to report. And then generally securing premises, you know, from threats and so on. So that's the day-to-day activity of someone who has done security studies. Yes.
Kwa hivyo usijifunge msikilizaji. Ujue ya kwamba ukiingia pale sio tu kushine, utakuwa na kazi ya kufanya kila siku.
Yes, that is true.
Lazima you collect, you analyze, you preserve evidence pale. Lazima ujue mambo pia na interview skills, you are investigating pale. Kwa hivyo mambo ni mengi. Madam Joyce Mghoi, maneno yako kwa wale student ambao wanaingia pale, sana Chuka University,
fanya security studies. What I'll encourage them is that there's no cause that we can say 100% if you leave, you'll get a job. So they shouldn't run away from criminology and security studies because they are feeling, or they are being told by others, it's not a good cause, you'll not get a job, so-and-so did not get a job. As they are counting so-and-so did not get a job, one person, there are so many others that have also gotten a job. Just like the way I've counted for you, how many? Like 4 or 5. I already know 5 already. You know, I'm thinking about them, that someone who is working in the bank, someone who has become a DO, someone who is a lecturer, someone who is working in the security department. So they shouldn't really run away from it because they are being told stories about it. They should open their mind. Number 2, they should know, if you are entering as a first year, you should know someone who is doing security studies who is a second year. You should know someone who is doing security studies as a third year, and security studies as a fourth year. Why? Because that is networking. That is networking. You are able to network with them, then you are able to know where they went for attachment. Compare yourself with others.
Vile vile ukamwambia volunteer.
Yes,
na sana lakini ukweli, ndio nzuri kusema ukweli. Hii volunteer kidogo inaumiza mtu sana kwa sababu unajua ni kujitolea. You don't earn. But
you get recommendation. You get recommendation and then you get experience. When you volunteer, you get recommendation. You get experience. So it's very, very important for us to volunteer, by the way. Because you get experience, you get recommendation, and you are able to be better than someone who has been sleeping at home. Volunteering is very, very important. Why? Because we are giving back to the society. We are giving back to the community. So let's not fear to volunteer, and let's not look down upon it. And finally, James, if you're doing criminology and security studies, the professional association of criminology and security studies, find out this professional association. Start joining them, or join those professional association, because when you are together now in that professional association, then opportunities will open up and they'll be able to point to you the areas that you can be able to work. So we have professional association. In every cause, there are professional association. Let's not ignore them. Now, another thing, if you can be able to do another course that can beef up your degree, the better.
Kama unaweza fanya ingine, ambayo itakuja ni kama inaongeza nguvu kwa ile degree yako.
Nguvu kwa hiyo ingine. Inaongeza ufanye.
Okay. Madam Joyce Mghoi, sasa maneno yako ya mwisho sijui kama umeyasema ama utayasema.
Nimeshayasema.
Umeyasema.
Nimeshayasema. I'm happy that I've been able to do this video because I know it will benefit a number of students, and they can also go to Touch of Grace KE. There are videos there of criminology and security studies. 3 of them. Are you looking for a job? Criminology and security studies. The other one is don't look down upon your wages. I started by 4,200 and something. It is still criminology and security studies. And there is another video also that I've done for criminology and security studies. Let us think out of the box. Opportunities are out there.